All right, today is November 13th, 2015. Watching the water vapor loop for the Northeast Pacific. And today we have continued high pressure. This is pretty much all surface high pressure right here in this area. And that is serving to block this cold front related to this former storm system up here. And so we have jet stream flow moving down along here and into Washington and Oregon, and a lot of precipitation and thunderstorms right here. And then we have a flow along down here moving into Baja and through part of the Southwest. But generally speaking, California looks to be fairly dry. If you look at the infrared loop, uh, California does look fairly dry, except for maybe the very upper northernmost part of the state, um, and possibly along the Sierra. There looks like there might be some precipitation going on. Let's take a look at some of these other maps. We have this is the Central Pacific. I wanted to show this because there was a very large thunderstorm right here. This is the tail end of it being blown apart. We can see some a blast pattern right along here and down here, and the entire thing is just sort of being pancaked. This is about 7 or 8 hours old, and we're catching the very tail end of that event. And we can see the blast pattern all along here and down here. Let's take a look at this in the infrared loop. Down here, quite a bit of diminishment after this is hit. Okay, let's go and take a look at the western U.S. water vapor loop. And we can see that this moisture field right here has a HAARP transmitter on it right here. That's causing some disruption in the jet stream flow right here. And we have an upper level low pressure right here that is showing up on the 500 and 300 millibar charts right here. But the pressure, there's a HAARP transmitter all through here that's causing high pressure. And so this is basically a dry low right here trying to spin. If we go back to the big map, once again, we can see that there's another area right here of low pressure trying to spin, and there's a transmitter all through this area as well. And there is a developing storm right here. And that whole thing is starting to move clockwise because of this transmitter. This entire area is being hit with hot air from a HAARP transmitter. So we've got a lot of high pressure all through here, artificial, man-made high pressure to keep the weather out of the state of California. Okay, let's take a look at the infrared loop. This is the western U.S. close-up. We can see quite a bit of thunderstorms moving in through Mexico and out through Texas. And most of the rain on that jet stream is going right through Oregon and Washington. And not much really happening here in California. Okay, let's take a look at the surface analysis map. We see that elongated area of high pressure right here. And we have a developing storm identified right here and also out here. This is at 170 degrees east longitude, roughly speaking, just sort of north, west northwest of Hawaii. And then we have a high pressure right behind this front right here, which is, let's go back to the big map. This is that HAARP transmitter right here. This is shown as a high pressure right behind that front as it moves towards the west coast. So that's the area of high pressure that the HAARP transmitter is generating right here. So we have this developing storm indicated here, and it's rapidly intensifying according to this latest map. All right. Now, this big storm that was about 960 millibars yesterday is weakened to 979 millibar right here. And we have another storm up here that's developing up north of the Aleutian Islands. So there's plenty of weather out there. Let's take a look at the jet stream. Jet stream map is moving right down and into Washington, Oregon, and part of Canada. And also we have a flow down here along the tropics near Hawaii, which is moving up towards through Baja and out through part of Texas and rejoining out here over Ohio, Illinois. All right, let's take a look at the, this is the sea level pressure map. Get this thing organized here. Okay, so we've got on the surface sea level pressure, we have a high indicated over Utah and Colorado, and we have a high out over the Pacific out here, and then we have varying stages of high pressure all through this area here at sea level. Okay, now let's go look at the this is the 500 millibar chart. We have that upper level low, that dry low that we were talking about. That's this area right here. And then we have another area of low pressure indicated right here. There's a sort of a trough right here. Okay, so they're forecasting rain for Sunday. That is possible. I'm going to say a 50-50 chance. I just don't think we're going to have any rain based on the humidity levels. Right now we had 10% humidity this morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. Currently right now at about 9:20 p.m. we have 21.7% relative humidity. We've got 58 degrees, a dew point of 19 degrees Fahrenheit, and the barometric pressure is steady at, it's fallen slightly, it's at 30.00. Okay, so it's holding steady on the barometric pressure, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on things. Next thing I want to talk about is an article about there's a gag order that's been issued against employees of the NOAA and the National Weather Service. This is a gag order that was issued by the U.S. government, and there's an article on this on Dave Wigington's website, geoengineeringwatch.org. Okay, so this talks about employees being told to shut up, and they have been issued a gag order to not talk about what they may know about weather manipulation and anything about what's going on, the crazy weather, their ideas about it or anything. They're not allowed to say anything about it. Okay, so now the question is why would the U.S. government issue a gag order against employees that report the weather to the public? Okay, so my old saying is evidence of cover-up is evidence of guilt, and that would certainly apply here. What is there to hide in the weather department? What is there to hide? Why are they issuing gag orders? Okay. All right. If there's nothing to hide, then why is the government issuing gag orders? So everybody should see this. This is not the only website that this article is posted on. There's plenty of other websites that this information is available. But if you've never seen geoengineeringwatch.org, you should see the site. It's a great website talking about weather manipulation and chemtrails and everything else. So it's worthwhile. Take a look at it. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's go back here to the big map. And if there's any updates in the next few hours, we'll do another update. But it's been pretty quiet weather-wise the last few days. That's why I didn't do an update yesterday. But we will certainly do another one tomorrow. Okay, so that's it.